Sadly, I don't think it'll go over my monitors or my desktop either.
Oh, I pushed this.
I saw. I got the Twitch notification.
Yeah. Let me go bug people.
Discord's a little slow, so I got that. Are we okay for camera and everything?
Yeah.
Apart from mine looks really weird.
No, you're good. I mean, like in my general vicinity, you're good.
It looks like really choppy and odd to me on my side, but
No, you're good.
as long as your side's fine, it's good.
Yeah. Listen, after fucking close to 88 episodes, I kind of got this shit. Only the programs could fuck me up at this point.
Or like the content.
No, I think we've gotten that down.
Do we? What's tonight about?
Fucking AMA. Maelstrom Radio's version of an AMA. Oh my god, that's what it is. See? I know what it is.
Twitch is like, hey, you've got free stuff. I'm like, no, I didn't. I claimed that a while ago. Oh, I'm not logged in anymore.
Bitch, you got free. Hey, El Chorzone. Got coffee.
How are we for mic levels? Good?
Say something?
Saying something so you can test the mic levels?
You're good.
Awesome.
Nothing should have changed.
I had to move the mic.
Oh, yeah. I'm number one. Susan Sprinkle's number one. Thank you for the 10 bits. She gave us 10 tesseracts. We should start our own cryptocurrency.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What would they be called?
No.
Regretful coins? Disappointing dollars?
I'm sad that that's not actually a thing.
Which one? Disappointment dollars?
Regret coin.
Regret coin should be our shit. Maelstrom Radio. Oh my god. Right. Can we make that? Can that be merch? Like Maelstrom Radio presents the regret coin. It's the cryptocurrency.
Somebody already has regret coin, except it's not actually a legitimate thing about a cryptocurrency. It's how much did you buy, like how much did you spend for it, and how much is it worth now? Like if I would have bought $5 worth of Bitcoin 3 years ago, how much money would I have?
$5 of crypto 3 years ago? Oh, like I don't know the rate. Is it like $1,000?
My $5 would be worth $146.38.
All right, I'm off. Fucking.
So I would have gained almost 3,000%. That's 30 times. It's a big number.
Yeah, should have jumped on that Bitcoin thing a while back.
I mean, I do have some. I accidentally bought it one day. Yes, I accidentally bought it.
How the fuck?
I was trying to buy a different cryptocurrency and it defaulted to Bitcoin, and so I ended up with $30 of Bitcoin.
All right. It's not a lot of cash, it's some cash.
No, it was an accidental. I
Next.
didn't mean to do it. But I mean, it's worth like almost $70 now, so I doubled my money.
Yeah. Hi, chat. It's gonna be one of those nights where it's an AMA. You can ask this guy. Welcome to. It's gonna be Maelstrom Radio. Ask this guy.
Hopefully, you were like keeping track of the
Twitters.
Yeah, I call it all of the incoming questions and stuff.
Twitter's been fucking. We only got one question on Twitter, so we'll see how that goes.
We're also supposed to discuss Heaven on High, Dodo Mounds, and Lolanese.
That's also, and then somebody asked us something.
Put it out there, so we got to talk about it.
True. We got to talk about it.
And yes, we have the other question. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we should kick off the show so that we can finish the show.
Yeah. One of those times where I think I got to ask the audience to get more people in here so we have more people to ask us questions. Yeah, we saw that question. No, you say no. I mean, we're still doing technically at that giveaway, so if more people show up, there's a chance the giveaway happens. Or not. I mean, people don't. There's a sale going on right now. Somebody wanted something, they could get anything really off the auction house. Or auction house, the fucking box station. But yeah, you're right. Let's start the show. Send out your Twitters. I'll retweet on both my accounts. Kane has 2 accounts on Twitter.
I know.
Kane is very special. All right. This. I didn't test the soundboard. I should test it real quick. Let's test the soundboard. Good. If anybody wonders, that's the soundboard. Very angry. Also, my phone's not muted. Thank God I caught that before the show. All right. Today is July 6, 2018. This is episode 88 of Maelstrom Radio.
Maelstrom Radio. With your hosts, Flatus and Shinder.
And welcome everybody to Maelstrom Radio. My name is Flatus. With me, as always, this host is dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly, with stories to share. It's Shin.
I like that, but the reference is passing me right now.
Nothing? Alright, hold on. They're dashing and daring, courageous and caring, faithful and friendly, with stories to share. No, nothing?
No, I mean, it sounds familiar. I can't think of anything.
They march through the forest, they sing out in chorus, marching along as their song fills the air.
No.
Gummy bears bouncing here and bouncing. No, nothing.
can't say it's familiar. Nope, I don't think.
Motherfucker,
I
you
might
did
have
this.
seen it once.
I have a feeling you did
Sorry,
this.
I don't think I was born when that was on TV.
I have a feeling you made me do that to sing. Just.
I did not, but it was an added bonus.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Maelstrom Radio. Disney chat tonight. That would be a fun episode. We're both Disney fans.
I mean, I'm not sure how many people would lose from that, but...
Are you talking... lose? We gain people.
Yeah, but we only gain them for like that episode, and then they all go away again when they actually heard what we talked about normally.
Oh, yeah, true. They're like, these guys don't always want to build a snowman. Oh, that's unfortunate.
We do want to go and play, though.
Sprinkles is sad that you didn't know that.
I'm aware.
Mm-hmm. Kane thinks Kane somehow thinks Canada did not get the gummy bears.
I do want to point out that the show was aired between 1985 and 1991.
Mm-hmm. There was reruns.
Not really, no. I mean, I have seen it on reruns, but there's a lot better out
there. All right, we'll fucking wait for next week. Maybe I'll use another Disney theme song to introduce you.
That wasn't even Disney, was it? Oh yeah,
yes,
it is
Disney.
Disney made a lot of things.
It made a lot.
I've definitely seen it. I just don't remember it. Okay.
It was the fantasy, like, this is, you know, like, why I like RPGs and dragons and shit is because gummy bears.
Nah, that was before me.
That's sad. Had a dope theme song, though. Had, like, a fucking trumpet horn in the beginning, like, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
We can go on a whole thing about, like, weird theme songs for old TV shows.
We should, I mean, we couldn't. It's that kind of. It is
not
that
this week. Not this week.
No, not this week. I mean,
no.
No? All right. All right. All right, fair.
You made a Prozone happy.
Okay, well, yeah. Well, anyway, we could talk about things that are happening right now in Final Fantasy XIV. Like the Feast Regional Championship is underway, so if you are having any aspirations of getting in on that free pass to FanFest, now's your chance. There was a certain someone who called out people for an ass kicking at the Wolves Den the other day, and I humbled her and I left. So if you're on the forums and you see a tiny tapir, no, I humbled that tapir.
Okay, afterwards we met up in just outside of Heavens on High, and I was cheer waving.
Mm-hmm. She was on her summoner. She was like, "Who's looking for an ass kick?" and come out to the Wolves Den pier. I strutted out. Didn't, you know, dropped a beat, left. And her response was, I needed a good ass kicking. Sometimes you gotta humble somebody. Sometimes you just gotta go out there in your dark night and and show them what's what. Deep Dungeon deep discounts is going on right now. To celebrate the release of Heavens on High, you can go out right now to the Mog Station and acquire the Edda outfit, and the Scythe for a discount, and it's actually a pretty nice discount. You can get Black Bosom attire, the entire set. It's normally $12. You can get it for $8.40 right now. You can get the full Reaper collection. That means the Reaper that fits the Dragoon, Black Mage, Healer, all the classes that can use some sort of one-handed or two-handed sort of weapon for $4.90 instead of $7. And then you can buy the individual ones for $2.10, which is actually a really good deal. So if you were looking at getting those and you didn't want to get them at full price, now's your chance to get them on a discount. And also, speaking of things that have been released, you can also catch the 4.35 patch. I just go through letting you know what's playable right now, which is Heavens on High. The Eureka Pagos is planned to release in 4.36, so that's not released just yet. Now's the time to get ready and, of course, get your weapons from Heavens on High, get your dodo mounts so that you can, start aiming for that new content that's coming to 4.4, which they're going to talk about hopefully this month. Also, Hildebrand's got new story added, and if you're like me and you're behind, you need to go get that done, because I've seen reviews, no spoilers. I've seen reviews on it on Twitter, and Yelta from Gather Together has said that the current storyline in Hildebrand had her in tears laughing. So I'm excited. It's been a minute since we've had a good hearty Hildebrand laugh. Also, there's some new furnishings added. There's an otter lamp for outside. Also, there's a bench with lanterns on it, which I kind of like, but I kind of want to. I don't know if I can make that bench. It looks cool though, with like a lit bench. There's also an otter table that you can make. It's like a yin yang sort of thing, and like the two otters are swirling around like what looks like a Dragon Ball. I don't know, just
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Yeah, it's nice. On the notes. Oh, there's also new emotes, which is I think is sweat. Like, I don't know how I get that, but I want it. Like, I always want to look like I'm like, a lot of. Anytime I feel like I'm carrying my PvP team, I just need a sweat emote. Or anywhere really. Like if I'm fighting a robot by himself, just after I'm done. Just, whew. Done. Okay, I'm just gonna keep moving. Feast Season 8 started, of course, with the release of this patch. So if you're out there and you're trying to get your teams together, and go get your teams together, because honestly, it's the time to feast. I think there's some sort of new mount. I'm sure of it. There's something they're gonna give away at the end of it. And then the Final Fantasy XIV fan kit has been updated. So if you wanted some new phone backgrounds, some new, if you're like me and you collect all the your desktops, and I collect them all into a folder and I run them so that they all change across all three of my monitors, go grab them. And of course, the Stormblood soundtrack is now available. Go snag that wonderful soundtrack for $59,000, and it comes with a Tsukiyomi minion, which Shin will be showing off once he gets his CD.
It's shipped.
Yeah, it's coming. It is coming.
It's actually in the city, so it should be soon.
It's fucking. It's Album Watch 2018. That's we also have some community news. As Shin's typing it all out, but myself, I don't even know how to start like describing this. This is like, we don't normally do big things. Extra Life is like the biggest thing we do besides Maelstrom. But like somehow we took something and then we made it a something, and now it's really a something. So I guess what we're gonna announce.
I mean, there was the whole thing with Balmung that Dylan organized. That was pretty big.
Yes. But that was before Dylan joined us.
It's true, but they did organize the entire thing.
They did.
Well, our involvement of it, at least.
We do very little. But this, on the other hand, is quite large.
We showed up.
Yeah. We just kind of hung outside, like, the gas station. Adjacent to we were the park adjacent. Anyway, community news is that we are starting, or we started, or what is happening Saturday, July 14th, live stream is going to be a 4-hour charity event from Maelstrom Radio and The Crucible. We're raising money for the Cyber Smile Foundation, a multi-award-winning anti-cyberbullying nonprofit committed to tackling all forms of digital abuse, harassment, and bullying online. It's going to be Saturday, July 14th. And that's going to be 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. If you're in the UK. That's going to be 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And, of course, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be safe. Brohamit, myself, maybe Shin. Shin's tentative on that date. We're certain it's going to be a Heavens on High event. It's going to be a race. We're going to build our teams and get to the top, and the furthest in 4 hours is going to take it home. So it's going to be definitely a dual stream situation, because you're going to want to watch both of our streams to see who. What
it means is you're going to want to watch our stream.
Yeah, pretty much. To see which team makes it the furthest in 4 hours. It's gonna be, I mean, it's all gonna be for fun, and it's gonna be a lot of shit talking. I'm sure all of us are gonna be in the same chat channel. We race each other, but we really do want to take a second to do something good in this community. There's been a lot of bad lately, and we found a foundation that we think helps support what's been going on lately. So anything we can do, we know the community, when this community commits to something, we committed to this, and we hope that the community returns the favor and commits to us, and hope to see you on July 14th. So of course we'll remind you again next Friday, and we'll go from there. Also, there is a website. It's livestream.maelstromradio.com.
Also, don't put money on us to win.
What?
Let us really donate money for us, but
you should really donate.
Count on us to win, because if you count on us to win, you're gonna be disappointed, because every time there's an auto trap, Flatus runs into it. It doesn't matter what happens, it really slows you down. You run into every single auto trap, visible or not.
You sound utterly disappointed.
Don't use my own puns back at me.
All right, fine, fair. All right, well, listen, this is for charity. I gotta take it seriously. No auto traps. But if the accidental auto trap happened,
the tweet that I just linked in chat. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
I like being the otter. Listen, it's just like the frog trap. All right, I liked being the frog. I could frep around. I was so freppy. By the way, Freppy's our new mascot.
We don't even have a Freppy emote yet.
We're working on it. By the way, if you know any artists, send them our.
I mean, I don't even think it's in the FC Discord.
Freppy?
Yeah.
We have, well, no, Rogue Toad. Toad Rogue is in the.
Toad Rogue, we don't have Freppy yet.
We need Freppy. Fucking people listening to this are like, what the fuck are they talking? Freppy. He's a frog. I was naming Pokemon, and I named one Freppy. Freppy doesn't exist as a Pokemon.
It wasn't a Pokemon.
No, it wasn't. But if I was going to make one, Freppy would be my Pokemon. Anyway, why we're here. It's going to be Ask Us Anything. So our main talking points are technically what you want us to talk about. So talk to us. Let us know if there's questions you want to ask. If there's, you can essentially, if you want to ask us about the show, ask about Final Fantasy 14. I don't think we're going to go into like our personal lives. We'll keep it there. But we'll start off. We have some things we are going to talk about. So the first thing we are going to talk about is Heavens on High. We both experienced the new content this week. Ruby, the Ruby Sea is Quarry Mill packed right now. I wish there was better placement for the NPCs because it's fucking hard.
Wish the NPCs are bigger or had like an exclusion zone.
I would like an exclusion zone. I want to start a podcast called The Exclusion Zone.
Pretty sure that already exists.
Does it? The Exclusion Zone? I know the Adventure Zone exists.
I mean, there is an Exclusion Zone podcast. The Exclusion Zone is also the area around Chernobyl.
Is the Exclusion Zone podcast about the Exclusion Zone around Chernobyl? Please tell me yes.
Well, it's got one episode from about a year ago.
Uh-huh.
Their description here includes socialism, Montana, Marxism, leftism.
What? You
say
say
podcast based in the Western Montana.
You said Montanism?
Action anti-ocean.
Fucking Montana.
Oh, don't worry. This one gets better.
Mm-hmm.
It is hosted by Aaron and Michael. Aaron and Michael chat about neo-Nazi music festivals, Confederate monuments, how the whole state of Montana is engulfed in flames, guns, and Ryan Zeman-Zinke on the inaugural episode of The Exclusion Zone. It is titled Episode 1, Fuck Cut Your Own Grass. There's no punctuation there.
Fuck cut your own grass?
Yep.
How the fuck did we start this? How is it when I say something should be a thing, it happens? Like somehow... Do I have that power?
I really hope not, because that was a terrible thing.
It is a terrible thing. I shouldn't exist. You know, I did find a pretty boy donut.
Yes, you did.
You know, it's only $2.25. Now, if that show is working properly on fucking iTunes, now that would be fucked up. Oh yeah, by the way, our show's still not up on iTunes. It's yeah. All right. So Heavens on High, the content so far similar to, of course, you know, Deep Dungeon, Palace of the Dead. But they made some changes. They made some changes to Palmanders, and they added the summons, which I enjoy. How do you feel about the new content, like some of the changes and stuff? I feel like they honed in on it a little bit. Like they were like, all right, they kind of got like, I don't know if they got feedback or kind of saw like what we were doing, and
there's definitely like good bits that they've changed and some odd bits that they've changed. I think overall they've definitely accepted that it's really just a grinding dungeon. Like people go in there, they go through it fast, and they've made changes to make that better and more accessible. The floors are pretty fast to go through. There's nothing that's terribly slow through it. You're not doing anything complicated. They've added new palm vendors that help explore the floors faster with things like invisibility, and also things like kill the whole floor, like petrification, that just lets you go through the entire areas a lot easier. Likewise, they've also put the story only to 30 floors, which is really easy to go through. It's less than an hour, I think, to actually get through the entire story, which is really good for people that want to experience that. And then after that point, it's just the grinding. So you can go as far as you want, but there's no real need to unless you're specifically doing that whole grinding thing. And like if you go back to Palace of the Dead, people ran floors 1 to 10 a lot, and people ran floors 50 to 51 a lot because those were the floors that you grinded. So everything in between was really just useless. And they've done away with that in Heaven on High, in that you can grind 1 to 10 and 21 to 30. And yeah, there's 10 floors in between that don't do a whole lot, but hey, you know what? That's 10 floors.
Yeah.
They've also did it so that like the first 30 floors you have the lowest set of loot, and then you can get better loot as you progress once you get into the fixed party stuff. From 31 to 70 you start getting gold sacks, which give better loot, and I think after 70 you start getting platinum level ones, which allows you to just get things like the dodo mount and things that people really, really want to have.
Yeah. And of course, I mean, like when there, you know, that thing drops otter, right? Like you can get otter from it. So it's,
I mean, my retainer can almost get it too. So
I know, but if you haven't gotten it yet, like that's a good place to grab it. I think I got Morpho. Morpho dropped out of that piece, so I mean, I'm glad that they're giving us the ability to get some of these lower drop rate items through Palace of the Dead or Heavens on High, because it's accessible. They did facilitate the ability for us to really navigate those things a lot faster, which I love. I like the petrification thing. We're just like, boop, all right, let's see you later.
On a scale of whatever, petrification or the auto trap?
Petrification, then the otter trap, because then I can run around and not give a shit. Nobody yells at me for being an otter after everything's petrified and dead.
I still would. You know I would.
I know. You're like, why are you an otter? Like, why does it fucking matter? I got a tiny hat and cute whiskers. Leave me be.
What does that have to do with being an otter?
Oh, thanks.
And the hat's not tiny.
That one. Also, did you just throw killing? What up?
No, it's a big hat.
Oh, the big hat. Yeah, sure.
Stream can't see it because it's just too big to fit on the stream.
That's. I'll let our podcast listeners guess what he's talking about. Don't define it for him. Just.
It's too big to fit on stream.
Thank you. It's bigger than 3 inches, smaller than 12. Let's go. Talking about hats. Dodo mount.
Please refer to my previous tweet, or like the tweet that I previously linked in chat for my opinions.
I'm gonna have to go click on that, aren't I?
You never clicked on it in the first place.
I didn't, but I'll click on it now. It's just a jiggly dodo.
Yep, that's my opinions on this.
Just jiggly dodos. I'm not allowed to name bands anymore, but Jiggly Dodo would be.
Jiggly Dodo sounds like a cover band.
It is a cover. It would sound like a cover band. They'd probably cover like Africa by Toto and like Jiggly Dodo covers Toto. It makes sense.
It rhymes. It has to be true.
Oh, I'm just
so
angry.
It's the Toto cover band. Jiggly Dodo
covers Toto. I just upset somebody in chat.
I'm pretty sure that Podcastitute's already left.
Maybe not. Could just keep us out in the red background. Why she's
not after that comment.
No. She's just Alt F forward right out. Boop. So the Dodo mount looks great. Have you seen it? I've seen it live in person.
I have not. I'm gonna wait until we get it. So I'll see it in about 3 years.
I don't know. Well, really, depending on how lucky we are. But yeah, no. Looks great. It's big. It's got flappy wings.
We need to get to like the 70+ floor, I think, don't we?
We'll do it. We'll do it live.
How far have you gotten into Palace of the Dead?
I don't know. I mean, floor 100.
Yeah.
We never ventured past, but that wasn't because of like we're scared to go past floor 100. That was more of like we're lazy.
You think that's going to be any different for Heaven on High?
Motherfucker, for a dodo mount? Hell yes. Listen,
so you could have sat on the bench.
I'm gonna go sit on a. I can go sit on the bench. We can go sit on the bench and then go pray in front of the altar, and Heaven's on High. There's a thing at the end. There's like a little altar.
I figured there should be.
There's something.
They have to have a thing at the end, otherwise, why would you go?
Yeah, you never go if there's not a thing at the end. Marvel movies know that. You don't go if there's not a thing at the end. How you
It's
know
almost, yeah.
how you know what the next thing is. Them's the rules of Marvel movies. Go, wait to the end, see the thing, then you're like, all right, and then you see, wait to the. They do now. Marvel doubles up though. They do two things. They do like a thing right before the credits where it's like, a little bit extra, and then you gotta wait to the very end, and they do like another thing. It's like, damn it, I gotta sit there too. So yeah, Dota mount. I'm down. It's got tiny flap wings. I want it in my life. We also we were. So do Lalafels have knees? To me they kind of have you ever seen King of the Hill?
I have.
Do you know Hank Hill's dad?
Not sure.
Okay, well, Hank Hill's dad. Just look up Google Hank Hill's dad real quick. Hank Hill's dad was in Vietnam, I think, if I remember correctly, and he got his shin shot out. So they attached his ankles to his knees, and he looks like a Lalafell. That's what I believe Lalafell walk on. Like I feel like they have no shins, and therefore like they would have knees, but then they have their feet attached to their knees. So they don't really like they waddle, like they kind of like stomp around, like you know, not goose stepping, but like
No, that's Namazu.
They kind of walk like Namazu. Wait, are you saying Namazu goose step? They squeak
Kinda?
stomp. They squeak stomp. There's a difference.
I don't know if they stomp.
Well, they squeak.
They definitely squeak.
It's because they're trained poorly on purpose. I'm bleeding, making me the victim. I think I just thought of a movie where I could rip a bunch of sound clips out of the soundboard.
I don't know. I'm more kind of really wanting to just use that and do like a machinima in game, but with Namazu.
Where he runs away crying and his feet just squeak while he's running away and like beep 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 beep.
I mean, that would also work too, but I think there's lots of parts of that movie that you could just recreate with Namazu.
Yeah. Oh, it's tons. Like the Taco Bell song. Taco Bell, Taco Bell.
We need to get Sean back into the game for a bit.
Macho Nino and burrito. I love that song. All right, and we were also asked about Lalafell nipples. They exist.
I've been told that they don't.
They exist. I mean, depending on what mod you're using.
In a stock game, I've been told that they don't.
It's like, listen, you got you're you know right out the rip. Sans nips. You do a little searching. There's a mod where you see all sorts of nips and bits.
Not gonna put Lalafell nipples into my browser search because already on way too many lists. Don't need to add that one on.
I'm not gonna name tonight's show Nips and Bits, although
as tempting as it might seem,
it's a contender. I think Nips may get us. Yeah, no, there's a certain mod out there that can reskin your characters. And listen, I'm not saying I have it because I don't, but I know some people who do. So, you can do terrible things in that mod. So it also you can reskin certain characters to make them look like NPCs. Apparently, like it lets you do that too. Like reskin your Lalafell so you can look like Nanamo, or reskin your hero to look like Raban, or you know your Femro to look like you know the best Femro game. So you know who I'm talking about.
Brita.
You could, yeah. Brita works. She's pretty great. Surprised no one in chat is like, what the fuck are they talking about?
She is cooler than Marwib, though.
Not maybe they're the mod. I'm like, you know, they're all. That's what it is. They're all googling it. Like, what the fuck are they doing? I guarantee at least 3 people on our FC right now are going to download that mod, play with it.
Or someone is looking out for. Anyways, that mod is against terms of service, and people have been banned for it. FYI.
Don't post it on Twitter.
Also a good idea.
Yeah, if you're using any sort of mod, the best thing is to not say you're using it. Oh, yeah. Don't use it. Don't do the thing.
Don't you put it in your mouth.
On Twitter.
This is a time when don't is appropriate.
Don't on Twitter. In game.
Put it in your mouth.
Out of game, don't. Unless it's 2 consenting of people out of game. If it's 2 consenting adults out of game.
Put it in your mouth.
Actually, if it's 2 consenting adults in game.
Put it in your mouth.
Let's just make sure it's just 2 consenting adults. Let's just cover all her bases. And it's always 2 consenting adults. The important thing is, Maelstrom Radio would like to make sure that 2 consenting, 3, whatever number of consenting adults, the important word here is consent. Make sure consent is, if we're taking anything away from tonight, is that make sure everything is consented. Mutual consent.
I love a nice tube.
Surprised you haven't combined that one with put it in your mouth yet.
I love a nice tube, put it in your mouth. Guess I could do that.
I love a nice tube.
Put it in your mouth.
Doesn't fit.
If I were a cheese, what would I be?
You ever just
No.
Huh?
No.
No? I would think you'd be a nice brie, honestly. No? Brie's? Why not?
I
Brie's
want to
good.
ask why. I don't know why.
Because I don't know. I think you'd do well baked in a pastry.
Some days I wish I was baked in a pastry.
Don't we all? Some days I
Yeah,
think
gooey hot filling.
yeah. Some days I think our show's baked in a pastry.
Episode name.
Yeah, baked in a pastry. Hi, Chili. How's it going? Welcome to Maelstrom Radio. Chili, did
Alright,
you?
we got one last.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead. You can talk
Oh.
to Chili.
Okay, Chili. If you have any questions for us, tonight's the night. It's AMA night. Get them out. Gotta get them out. Get them out now.
There you go, Flatus, just for you.
Oh, okay. What?
Tweet.
Yeah.
But we have one final question here, and then after that, if we have no further questions, we'll wrap up the show.
Sounds good. I'm shy at first, but after a few shots of tequila, get ready for some crazy shit. Let's see you at FanFest, I guess.
FanFest 2018.
See you at FanFest.
Speaking of which, 4 days away. Don't forget to get your tickets. Come say hi to us.
Yeah. Holy shit. And now people are fucking flying in this place. Fucking Klaus is here. Now people
You might
watching.
have regrets soon.
All right, so it's AMA night. So if you have a question for us, it doesn't matter what it is. Go ahead and throw it in chat. We'll answer it. So we'll answer this question next. You got to fly on these questions. So.
Yeah, there's one last question here.
Yeah. Are there any sandwiches? Wait, are there any sandwiches in Final Fantasy? In? I think they meant in.
I copied it straight from Twitter, so
Are there any? Well, maybe they're asking if there are any Final Fantasy sandwiches.
I mean, 15's full of recipes.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Did the shit show end? I don't know.
She's talking about She Kills I Tank.
I don't know.
Not our show in general, but I would assume that they've been going for like an hour and a half at this point, so they should probably be finished.
Something like that. Or are there any sandwich in Final Fantasy? Yeah, there's been sandwiches across the Final Fantasy games. Usually it's some sort of food. Is there sandwiches?
Sometimes it's two Lalafell and Rogadin.
That a it's and the Rogadins are female, by the way. No, I call that a cucumber sandwich.
Because it's light and refreshing.
Mm-hmm. Goes great with tea. Let's see. Did shit show end? Yes. So yeah, yes, we answered that one. Done. All right. Well, that's the sandwich question. Listen, did we learn anything tonight? We learned. Well, listen.
Don't Google Lalafell.
Or nipples. Well, I guess. Yeah.
Particularly at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Well, listen. Yeah.
Using Hugnito mode if you're gonna search for the latter.
Yeah. We learned Heavens on High is good. Dodo mounts are flap wings. Lalafells might have knees. Lalafell nipples may exist. And they're sandwiches. We did a good deed. Oh, also, consent. Consent is important. We learned.
And you can only put it in your mouth if there are 2 or more or less consenting adults.
Yeah, it doesn't matter on the number of adults as long as everybody consents.
Should we ask, what do you really think of Moogle Go Round?
What do we really think of moving around? Feeny, I don't consent to this.
We're not keeping you here. You don't have to consent.
Yeah, it's true. You could leave. We don't want you to leave, but you could. What do we really think of Moogle Ground? I think Moogle Ground is a fantastic podcast. I think it's one of the best Final Fantasy XIV shows because it is about 2 friends who just discuss Final Fantasy XIV, and sometimes they talk about the game. Majority of the time they talk about everything else but the game, and I think that makes it unique. There's no show notes, there's nothing. They just sit down and have a chat, and sometimes that is the best thing you could do for a show, is just sit down and have a chat. And I find that show hilarious, fun, and their last show had me on it, so you should go check it out.
I think it's a complete and utter disorganized, hellish chaos, and it's an awesome show.
Yeah. Listen, on the scale of hellish chaos,
they're right at the top.
Okay, where are we on the scale of hellish chaos?
Much lower than we can't touch them on chaos.
Hmm.
We try to stick to topics.
Yeah.
The last time that Moogle Go Around discussed Final Fantasy was like when they started.
No, that's not true. Let's see. Last episode, we named Alfie's carbuncle.
You might have mentioned it.
We named it.
Like, you mentioned Final Fantasy and you were talking about it briefly.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about. We named his. I mean, we did name his carbuncle. Want to know what we named it?
Not really, but you really want to tell me, don't you?
I do. We named it Rachel.
All right.
Yeah. Alfie and Rachel having adventures.
Surprised you didn't name it Ishtola.
No, that's a little too weird. It's a little like he summons Yastola, like he gets a little like It's a little. That's a little kink. Too kink for Alfie at his age. Like I wouldn't even feel
What
bad
was
for.
that with the drawings?
Like I don't want to have to shame him. I'd shame him a little if he made this damn carbuncle you
It's
stole.
Kryle's job.
Are you saying Kryle's job is to kink shame Alfie?
No, just shame in general.
Maybe shaming him is her kink.
Let's not go there. A whole lot.
What's the best?
Radio does not suggest you Google search Lalafell kink.
It's. I've never wanted to Google anything more in my life. Just. You know there's some shit. You know there's some shit.
I know there is. Feeny asks, "What's the best beast tribe?" The answer is Namazu.
Yeah. You know what? I go with Namazu just because it's not even because it's the Namazu, just because I can level crafting and gather. They serve two purposes.
What's the worst beast tribe?
Oof.
Really, it takes you more than half a second to actually acknowledge the worst beast tribe?
Well, I mean, they're all. I don't know. I feel it's got to be to me like the Sahagin. I think. All right. I don't like their mount. I think that's what it is. Like a ugly.
Oh. Worst beast tribe is the Moogles because fuck Moogles.
Well, I mean, fuck Moogles, but leveled my crafter. Are we basing it?
Did, but they're still the worst beast tribe.
They're just annoying as shit.
Exactly.
I just ignore that part, and I'm like, give me my XPs. Holy shit, Kane, your link is so long.
It's an image search.
I don't want to know. Let me shrink that.
No, it's not.
Oh no. From best to wait. All right, hold on. There's a lot of shit.
I'm gonna read the title of this post, and then we're not gonna touch it anymore because the title of this post is "Desiring carnal relations with Lalafell is not immoral, nor is it pedophilia."
Who wrote this?
It's on Game FAQs, so
Can I get a username? Is it
for research
XXX?
purposes.
Is it XXX Sephiroth XXX 7?
Definition deny.
Definition deny? I got several questions.
Well, when they deal with Rose, they become mashed potatoes. That's where we're done here.
Oh no. That's not good. I don't know. I think Lalafells are very dense. Not like dumb, but just like as like in a body type thing. Like I feel like they're very dense. Like if you throw them, if you drop, I know like if you I don't know, they can survive long falls and like they seem to be fine. Like I feel like they're very dense as a creature. No, I don't feel like they're lighter than anyone. I feel like
we're definitely not light. Well, except maybe like Nanamo. Nanamo sits on everything.
Specifically Raba.
And my computer.
I know. Listen, we all know. If you listen to our show regularly, you know Shin purchased a tiny woman to sit on things inside his room. There she is. You may not see her, audio listeners, but he puts her on all sorts of things.
Nanamo judges you.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, she does.
No, she doesn't. Doesn't judge me. Listen, my flag is under Maelstrom. She has no power over me. Namazu,
we'll find out later.
Did people ask this? Wait, oh no, wait. They want us. Feeny wants us to list the beast tribes from best to worst. Namazu.
That's what I already said.
Are best, yeah, but best to worst. What's the worst? I mean, we know Moogles are worse, but what's the middle? I think the next after Namazu would be the Ananta. I think their quests were really fun. I think they're close to their area. They're not bad. Like, I feel I can get them done pretty quickly. And their story was interesting. It's not like build up my place because we need a place. It's like build up these barracks. It was a little more interesting than just like we need a home. I feel like everything needed a home. Everything's like we need our home. Give us a home. Give us home. Not that we're like we need barracks and shit. So give us that. So I think that, you know, I give them a whoop right under Namazu. Then the turtles, because I just like fucking flaps. Then the bugs. Nothing? You got nothing on this? You're like not even judging me on my fucking... You're so quiet.
I'm putting my list together.
Are you typing it out? I'm forgetting names. I'm forgetting names of like tribes, so hold on. The Bug Boys. The God, what the fuck are their names? Bath. Then the Vanu. Then see if I work this way, Moogle, Sylphs, Ixali, Amajal. No, wait. Amajal, then the Sahagin. Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. No? Am I good? Goblins? Not goblins, the Kobolds. Vanu, Vath. Wait. It's happening. Vanu, Vath. Turtles. Ananta. Namazu. Bang. Alright.
Nah, it's slightly different from your list, Feeney.
Boom.
So, Namazu, Kojin are better than Ananta.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely fish people are turtle people. Then the Vanu, because the Vanu are just awesome with the giant bird thing. Followed slowly by the Vath, because, you know, they're the pot dealers of Eorzea.
Yep. Yeah.
And the Sylphs, because they actually really did like the Sylphs quest, followed by the Ixali, which I haven't done a whole lot of, but the Ixali quests are kind of interesting, and plus they're also crafting. The Kobolds, which aren't too bad, Sahagin, because they're kind of annoying. Amalja, just because their quests are really, really, really annoying. Like, hey, go do this thing, then come back, then go do this thing on the other side again. And then finally, of course, the Moogles being last, because Moogles are terrible.
Yeah, what happened, 14? You fucking ruined Moogles.
Moogles as a race are interesting. Moogles as an entity in 14 are terrible.
They do get drunk on chocolate wine, or whatever the fuck.
Namazu get drunk on tea.
That's
like Namazu are better Moogles in every possible way.
That's true. They have squeaky feet and everything. How the fuck did that happen?
They're portable.
Yep.
They have squeaky feet.
I love that the sack transportation.
They get drunk off of tea, which would be amazing.
Can never sneak up on you. Tea's cheap. If you ever needed to kidnap a fucking Namazu, feed him some tea. You know where they're going to be because you're here this weekend, and just throw a sack over them. Portable.
Fun fact, you can do the same thing with a Lalafell.
Squeaky feet. What's going on? Ixali quests are long and scary. Squeaky feet. All feet. Wait. Squeaky feet. Wasshole? Westhoy?
Washoy.
Oh. That said wasshole. I'm like, they call me a wasshole? Is that like fucking Elmer Fudd?
You can tell when someone hasn't been paying attention to the Namazu quest lines when.
I haven't leveled up, so if they said Washoy, I haven't seen it yet.
They've said it quite a bit since the beginning.
Is it?
It is. It's also the name of the move that the mount uses. Which you have used.
I didn't pay attention to that flavor text on that fucking mount.
See, I told you.
I just
haven't been paying attention.
I just built it. I built it.
And then you got to ride around in it.
Yeah.
And cheer on people with bells.
I was just staring at the dead one in the back because he's my favorite.
He's just a little drunk.
Is he a little drunk? That's my favorite one then. He's even more my favorite. If I wanted to get a tattoo of a Namazu, it'd be that one. No? Who's alright, everybody, FanFest, we're all gonna get matching tattoos. Just the drunk dead Namazu.
No.
No? I mean, I asked you if you wanted to get matching tattoos in Vegas. You told me no. I said, hey, you want to get matching tattoos in Vegas? And you replied no so fast. So quick. It wasn't even like a thought, like, let me think about it. You fucking replied to me in less than 2 seconds and no. Could have been anything. I was just like, we could have got like a fucking the MR on us.
No.
No? Would you ever get a tattoo? I'm just curious. Here's a question for you. Would you ever get a tattoo?
Maybe.
Okay.
I've considered it.
You could. All right.
It would not be an MR.
Okay. A fair. Doesn't have to be MR. Be like a fucking. We can.
Also, I wouldn't be getting it in Vegas.
All right. I mean, there's some great tattoo. Like, don't get me wrong. There are some amazing tattoo shops in Vegas.
I'm sure there are, but I don't want to fly all the way to Vegas just to get a tattoo. It'd be
No, you
much
don't have
easier to get somewhere much local.
You don't have to fly to Vegas to get the tattoo. I'm saying we're already in Vegas.
Yeah, no.
Nope. All right. But okay, if we had to get a matching tattoo.
I can think of quite a few other things that I'd rather get than an MR.
Go on.
I mean, we have the meteor symbol for one, which is kind of cool.
It's true. We can get the meter or something.
Also, I have the Triforce, or the Hylian Crest.
Yeah. Wait, you have that already?
No, like those designs.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
And I mean, if you want something fancy, like a carbuncle is also amazing.
True. Listen, I have some tattoos planned, so I can't say shit, so. Like, I have a lot of.
Sorry?
I have tattoos planned, like.
Oh, okay.
As like gifts for myself for losing weight and shit. They're like, one of them is like
I have a friend.
Go ahead. No, I want to hear.
I have a friend, and she keeps getting tattoos and sends me pictures of them, and they're all really, really awesome.
Yeah, I want to.
That's my whole story.
All right. Well, shout out to Shin's friend. No, I want to.
She watches sometimes, so.
Oh, that friend?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, that friend.
That friend.
Hi. No, I want a. Like, I know one of them is like. Listen, I'm gonna nerd out for real quick, even though we have we just do fucking nerd out all night. There is a band called Coheed and Cambria. And there's the band, but there's also the sci-fi mythos behind the band and the comics and the story and everything. And I wanted to get designs from the characters of the story and shit, like the universe and the keywork and shit. And the dragonflies and the fucking numbers. And like, it all makes like fucking like the mythology and shit, like a tattoo of the mythology. It's the nerdiest fucking music tattoo I could get. And it's got to be a sleeve, like a half sleeve, because there's a lot to it. Also, I want a gaming sleeve, so there's that. But, you know, later. I'd get a meteor. I'd get Bahamut. Like, I fucking imagine a dope-ass Bahamut busting out a fucking Dalamud on my fucking arm.
I think you need like a whole back tattoo for that one.
Like a... You know those like those koi fish tattoos, like those cool like almost like Japanese like style like art of like a koi fish, but imagine that kind of art, but a fucking Namazu.
What was the Namazu? I was talking about how Paissa are creepy.
Paissa are not creepy.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Consider this.
Uh-huh.
Paissa tramps down.
Like a little tiny Paissa, like pounding mochi, and like the words above it are "get pounded."
You had to take it farther, didn't you?
I mean, if you're gonna tramp stamp, you gotta do it right.
I was just thinking it so you can see like the eyes.
Oh, just right above, like where right where your nickel slot is.
numbers are portable.
Well, we'll be on that quote list later, I guess.
Oh, I'm not putting this one on.
Right above the Eagles.
Kane was going to get tramp stamp. He would get a PDR and Maelstrom Radio logos.
Make ours bigger.
Part of me wants to say please don't, but part of me also just like, hey, if someone wants to ink Maelstrom Radio's logo, you might want to wait till we get a new one.
Yeah, I would wait. It's got a little derpy guy in chat. All right. I don't.
And on that note, I think this is probably a really good place that we can wrap up.
Yeah, that's great. Great place. Great place. All right, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and say it one more time. Livestream is the charity event that Maelstrom Radio and the Crucible will be throwing on July 14th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's we'll say from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern. That's going to be 4 to 8 p.m. Central. That is 2 p.m. to 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific. And for you people in the UK, the British Isles, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. your time. It is going to be a race to the high heavens. Of course, heaven and high. Maelstrom Radio versus the Crucible, but always for a good cause. So it's a dual stream. We'll all be in the same Discord chat. Talking shit and somehow, raising money for, of course, the Cyber Smile Foundation. And of course, they are a multi-award winning anti-cyberbullying nonprofit committed to tackling all forms of digital abuse, harassment, and bullying online. Like we said earlier, it is a cause that we feel is we wanted to share with the world. We want to do something good. And so join us on the 14th as we try to raise money to, help, end a little bit of cyberbullying. With that being said, Shin, did you have anything to add?
I did have something. We have one last question that fits perfectly into this. What's your FC and where is the house located? Maelstrom Radio has our own FC called Dominita Umbra. We're located on the Gilgamesh server in Aether Data Center. Our FC is growing. It is quite active. There are a lot of people, and some of them you might even want to talk to. We do have a house. We have a large house located in Olda, located directly in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff, and you can stare over everyone else and judge them from our house. However, unfortunately, it is a Paissa house, so you have to deal with the creepiness factor. You can, however, find some awesome rooms inside where you don't have to stare at the Paissa.
It's true.
End closing thoughts.
Yeah. Also, thanks, Avi from She Heals I Tank for decorating our house.
One final thing here, Podcastitute requests that you come and peep in her room because she likes peepers.
It's true. I'm in there often, but I'm just gonna leave that there. Anyway, God, that's good. Anyway, also I forgot to mention, of course, you can find the website of Livestream. That's livestream.maelstromradio.com. You can find all the links to where to donate, everything. It's all, it's all set up. So just go check it out and show your support on the 14th. We really will appreciate it. This is something we hope maybe we'll do a yearly thing depending on how this goes. So of course, Shin already told you where you can find our FC. You can join us here weekly at Fridays. That is at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 p.m. Let's try it again. You can find us here
English.
at 9. Yeah, right. So you can find us here at 9:30 Eastern. That's 6:30 Pacific Standard Time. You can find our shows on Google Play and Stitcher. You can also probably find it on iTunes when they decide that they want to fix our feed, because we tried a lot, and it's not us, it's them. It's we can confirm truly and safely that it is them. We've done everything on our end. It's really just iTunes at this point. They've yet to respond to us, and it's been 3 months. So if you are an iTunes listener, if you get this into your feed, please know that we are not quitting. We have not given up on you. We are still heading towards 100, but you might want to try to get our show in a different form. I would suggest Stitcher. That would be my go-to. If you'd like, I'll look at this weekend on getting our show up on Spotify if that is your jam. And if there's any other place you'd like us to try to get our show on, let me know, and we will work on getting that up there for you. Of course, you can find our show at www.maelstromradio.com. You can find all of our shows there. It's also where you can find our email address, which is show@maelstromradio.com. You can also find our Twitter there, and if you don't like going to websites, you can just add us at maelstrom_radio. You can also find us on facebook.com. That's facebook.com/Maelstrom Radio, and of course live here twitch.tv/Maelstrom Radio. It's also where you'll find us streaming on the 14th. So with that being said, Shin, you have anything else for tonight?
Just for Chile, you can also find us every week on Fridays at 2:30 a.m. British time.
There you go. Thank you, Chile, for hanging out.
Because now it's closer to 4 a.m.
There's going to be a group of people waiting in my tub. I'll be in the tub.
3 a.m. I can math.
Yeah, something. Time zones. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let Shin say goodbye. He's waving. And I'll do one of these. And of course, boop, boop. And one of these. Thank you all for joining us, of course, for episode 88 of Maelstrom Radio. You asked, and we answered your questions today. I don't know how well we did, but we did it. We did it. Next week, adventure, science, the, edible life of a goblin. We don't know what's going on, but it'll happen next week. Of course, we want to thank Dylan Thorne, our new producer, for helping us, of course, produce Maelstrom Radio. I will change the outro so that is included. But Dylan, thank you wherever you are. Till see you swallows all. Keep listening.
Maelstrom Radio is a production of MaelstromRadio.com, Blackfire Media Productions. Final Fantasy XIV and Eorzea are trademarks of Square Enix. Opening theme provided by Benjamin Anthony James. You can find more of their music over at soundcloud.com/Ben773. Our outro is provided by Sodo. You can find more of their music over at soundcloud.com/Sodo. Views and opinions expressed on this episode are those of Maelstrom Radio and their host, and do not reflect the views and opinions of Square Enix. And until sea swallows all, keep listening.